Right now, in this exact moment, you are building something. You don't see it. You can't touch it. There's no blueprint on a table, no construction site with cranes and workers. But make no mistake, you are building it anyway. You are building your future brick by brick, hour by hour, choice by choice. And here's the part most people never understand until it's too late. The future is not something that happens to you. The future is something you are constructing today, right now. With the small decisions you think don't matter. The 5 extra minutes you spent in bed instead of getting up. The book you didn't open. The message you didn't send. The workout you skipped. The argument you avoided. The idea you didn't pursue. Each one of those was a brick. And bricks build buildings, whether you're paying attention or not. So the question isn't, what do I want my future to look like? The real question is, what am I building today that will become that future? Let's find out. Part 1. The illusion of one day. There is a dangerous phrase living inside almost everyone's mind. 2 words that have killed more dreams than failure ever has. One day. One day, I'll start that business. One day, I'll get in shape. One day, I'll write that book. One day, I'll fix that relationship. One day, I'll finally live the life I actually want. One day feels harmless. It feels like a promise. But it isn't a promise. It's a postponement dressed up as a plan. Here's the truth. One day is not a day of the week. It doesn't exist on any calendar. It's not Monday. It's not next month. It's not next year. One day is a permanent exit door your mind built so you never have to face today. And the tragic part? Most people don't even realize they're using it as an escape. They genuinely believe they'll get there eventually. But eventually, never arrives on its own. Eventually is not a destination. It is built from a chain of todays. And if none of your todays include action, your eventually will always stay empty. Your future is not waiting for one day. Your future is waiting for today. Part 2. Today is the only day you actually own. Let's strip this down to something brutally simple. Yesterday is gone. You cannot touch it, change it, or add one more action to it. It is sealed, final. Whatever you did or didn't do yesterday is now permanent history. Tomorrow doesn't exist yet. It's a concept, a hope, a guess. You have no guarantee tomorrow will even arrive for you. None of us do. The only day you have any real power over is today. Today is the only currency you actually hold in your hand. Every other day is either spent or not yet minted. So when you delay something until tomorrow, understand what you're really doing. You're spending your only real asset on nothing, while gambling your future on a day that isn't guaranteed to exist. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because once you truly understand that today is the only day you own, everything changes. Suddenly, wasting it on excuses feels unbearable. Suddenly, later, feels like theft. Theft from your own future self. Part 3. Your future self is watching. I want you to picture someone very specific right now. Picture yourself 5 years from now. Not a stranger. Not a random success story you saw online. You, 5 years older, standing exactly where your choices today are leading you. That version of you is watching you right now. If you skip the workout today, that future version of you is a little further from the body and health they wanted. If you avoid the hard conversation today, that future version of you is still stuck in the same unresolved relationship, 5 years deeper into resentment. If you don't open the laptop and work on the business today, that future version of you is still working the same job, still complaining about the same limitations, still saying, one day. But here's the flip side. The version that should terrify you into action, and also excite you into hope. If you take one small step today, that future version of you inherits it. They inherit the discipline you built. They inherit the skill you practiced. They inherit the relationship you healed. They inherit the business you finally started. Every single day. You are either giving a gift to your future self, or you are handing them a debt to pay off. Which one did you hand them today? PART 4. Small actions. Massive compound effect. Here's something people underestimate more than almost anything else in life. The power of small, boring, consistent action. We love the idea of dramatic transformation, the overnight success, the lucky break, the single moment that changes everything. Movies have trained us to expect that, but real life doesn't work that way. Real transformation is quiet. It's unglamorous. It's a person doing one more page, one more rep, one more sales call, one more hour of practice, day after day, with no applause, no audience, no proof yet that it's working. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. At the top, it's small, barely noticeable. If you only watched the first few seconds, you'd think, this isn't going anywhere. But it keeps rolling. And every rotation, it picks up a little more snow, a little more mass, a little more speed. By the time it reaches the bottom of the hill, it's unstoppable, not because of one dramatic moment, but because of asterisk compounding, asterisk. That's exactly how your future is built. Not from one heroic day, but from thousands of ordinary days stacked on top of each other. The person who reads 10 pages a day finishes over 18 books a year. The person who saves a small amount consistently builds real wealth over time. The person who shows up to train, even on the days they don't feel like it, eventually becomes unrecognizable to their old self. None of these people had a magic day. They had ordinary days, done consistently, that eventually became extraordinary results. Today is one of those ordinary days. Don't waste it waiting for a magic one. Part 5. The dangerous comfort of it's just one day. Let's talk about the lie that quietly destroys futures. It's just one day. It won't matter. Skipping the gym once won't ruin your health. True. Not working on your goal for a single day won't destroy your dreams. True. Eating badly one time won't wreck your body. True. But here's what that comforting lie hides from you. It's never actually just one day. Just one day becomes a pattern. A pattern becomes a habit. A habit becomes an identity. An identity becomes your future. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly become someone who never follows through. That version of you was built just today at a time until skipping became who you are. The good news? The same mechanism works in reverse. You don't wake up one morning suddenly disciplined, confident, and successful either. That version of you is also built I'll do it today at a time until showing up becomes who you are. So stop asking, does today really matter? It's the wrong question. The real question is, what am I becoming? One day at a time. Because you are always becoming something. The only choice you have is which direction. Part 6. Stop waiting for motivation. Start building discipline. Here's something nobody wants to hear, but everybody needs to. Motivation is not reliable. It comes and goes like weather. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll feel like doing nothing at all. If your future depends on how motivated you feel each morning, your future is in serious danger. Because motivation was never designed to be consistent. Discipline is different. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline shows up anyway. Tired, unmotivated, uninspired, and does the work regardless. The people who build the futures you admire are not people who feel motivated every single day. They are people who decided long ago that their actions would not be hostage to their emotions. They didn't wait to feel ready. They acted, and readiness followed. They didn't wait to feel inspired. They showed up, and inspiration eventually caught up. You don't need to feel like doing something today. You just need to do it anyway. That single decision, action, without waiting for the right feeling, is the difference between people who build the future they want and people who are still waiting for a feeling that may never come. Part 7. Your excuses are costing you your future. Let's be painfully honest for a moment. Every excuse you've ever used, I don't have time, I'm too tired, I'll start Monday, the conditions aren't right, I need more information first. Every single one of those excuses had a price, and you paid it. Not with money, with time, with days, with pieces of the future you say you want. Excuses feel harmless in the moment. They feel like small, reasonable exceptions, but stacked together, over months and years, they become the entire story of why someone never became who they were capable of becoming. Nobody looks back at the end of their life and says, "I'm so glad I had that extra hour of sleep instead of chasing my dream." Nobody says, "I'm so relieved I avoided that hard conversation for another 10 years." Nobody says, "I'm proud of all the days I waited for the perfect moment that never came." The saddest future is not the one full of failure. The saddest future is the one full of unused potential, where someone had everything they needed to build something meaningful and simply never used. Today to start, don't let that be your story. Part 8. How to use today to build your future. The framework. Let's turn this into something you can actually use, starting the moment this video ends. Step 1. Ask the future-focused question every morning. Before you open your phone, before the noise of the day begins, ask yourself, what can I do today that my future self will thank me for? Not someday. Today. Step 2. Choose one non-negotiable action. Not 10 goals. Not a massive to-do list. One single action, connected to the future you want to work out. A page written. A sales call made. A skill practiced. One action, done without fail, every single day. Step 3. Protect your mornings. How you start your day quietly programs how you run the rest of it. A morning spent scrolling trains your brain for distraction. A morning spent on your one important action trains your brain for progress. Step 4. Track the streak, not the outcome. Outcomes take time to show up. Streaks you can control today. Focus on, I showed up again today, rather than obsessing over results that haven't arrived yet. The results are simply the shadow that consistency eventually casts. Step 5. End the day by asking one honest question. Did I build my future today, or did I just let today happen to me? Some days, the answer will be uncomfortable. Good. Discomfort is often the fastest teacher. None of these steps are complicated. They were never meant to be. Your future isn't complicated either. It's just the sum of days like today, repeated with intention instead of accident. Part 9. The future is not a destination. It's a reflection. Here's a shift in thinking that will change how you see everything. Most people think of the future as a distant place, somewhere out there, waiting to be reached, like a destination you drive toward, hoping the road eventually leads somewhere good. But that's not how it works. The future is not a destination. The future is a reflection. It reflects exactly what you fed it, day after day. If you feed it excuses, it reflects stagnation. If you feed it small, consistent effort, it reflects growth you can barely see coming, until suddenly it's undeniable. You are not waiting to arrive at your future. You are creating it. In real time, with every single choice you make today. There is no future version of you showing up to save you. There is no rescue arriving from tomorrow. The only person who builds your future is the person reading these words right now. You. Today. Part sheer. So here we are. The end of this speech, but hopefully, the beginning of something in you that doesn't end when this video does. I want you to stop, right now. and ask yourself honestly, if every day for the next year looked exactly like today, where would you end up? If the answer scares you, good. Let that fear become fuel instead of paralysis. If the answer excites you, even better. Let that excitement become proof that you're already on the right path. And all you need to do is keep going. Your future is not being written by your hopes. It's not being written by your intentions. It's not being written by what you plan to do one day. It is being written right now by what you do today. So close this video and do one thing, one real, tangible thing that your future self will thank you for. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, today, because 5 years from now, someone is going to exist because of the choices you make in the next 24 hours. Make sure that person is proud of who built them. Go build your future, starting now. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear that today matters. And if you're ready to start building, comment "Today Matters" below. Right now, before the moment passes.